He wore his uniform with pride, but the moment Captain Malik Jennings took his first-class seat, a flight attendant tried to publicly remove him. Minutes later, the flight spiraled into chaos, hacked systems, a hijacker, and a deadly secret in the cargo. What began as racism at 30,000 feet became a national emergency with lives on the line. Captain Malik Jennings, a decorated black officer returning from deployment, was looking forward to a peaceful flight home to Denver. His upgrade to Seat 2A in first class was a small gesture of appreciation for his service. But the peace shattered the moment a flight attendant named Paula Myers approached, insisting loudly that he didn't belong in that seat. Passengers watched as she scanned his uniform like it was a costume. Malik remained calm, stating clearly that the seat was his. When Paula pressed further, a retired sergeant seated nearby intervened. "That's Captain Jennings. Back off before you embarrass this airline." Her face flushed. She retreated, but the damage was done. Tension lingered. Hours later, that tension turned into terror. Midway through the flight, the aircraft was struck by violent turbulence. The lights flickered, panels cracked open, and from one of them, a metallic flash drive dropped into Malik's lap. At the same moment, the screen in front of him flashed a cryptic word: Divert, Tulsa. Malik, sensing something bigger at play, consulted the retired sergeant. They both moved toward the cockpit, but what they found was horrifying. A man stood behind the pilots with a gun. The autopilot had been hijacked. The destination was no longer Denver. It was a setup. With training kicking in, Malik launched himself at the hijacker. The struggle was brutal. A shot rang out, grazing the cockpit window, but Malik disarmed him just in time. The plane shuddered toward landing as Malik shouted, "We're doing this old school! Manual landing, now!" The pilots brought the plane down roughly in Tulsa, but it wasn't over. Outside, masked armed men surrounded the aircraft. They demanded a package. Malik learned from a trembling Paula that she'd helped hack the flight, thinking she was preventing something worse. That package? A stolen bioweapon, sealed in a container in the cargo hold. Malik stepped forward, refusing to let fear win. The plane had landed, but the threat had only just begun. In a world that doubted his right to sit in first class, he ended up saving every life on board. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more true power reversal stories. Comment "Strength Unmasked" if you believe quiet dignity changes everything.